Hello everybody, my name is Dragonite PC, and as you may see in the title of this video, this is just how to pick out parts for a gaming PC. Now, as you may know, if you're not really new to this, it's all about your budget, what you can afford, what you can't, cut back, stuff like that. 1 second. Sorry guys, my dog was at the door, and I asked my mom to take care of him. Not like, mafia style, but or mom style, whatever. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Now, there are different parts to your computer, but the main ones that you need for a gaming computer is, well, for any computer, but you don't really need. I'll get into the more advanced stuff in another video. Sorry, my first video, a little nervous, but whatever. Alright, I'll go into all that in another video. But for right now, we're gonna make one on, let's say, $1,000 budget. Now, if it's a strict $1,000 budget, it's okay. You know, not my style. I like to keep it open, like maybe go up like $200 more. But I'm on PC Part Picker, and yeah, I'll link it in the description. I wonder if YouTube would yell at me because I'm currently monetizing this video. Okay. So the first thing I like to do on this website is to choose a CPU because it has an compatibility filter. So if you choose the CPU first, and then a couple other things, then I'm not that skilled with motherboards. Let's just put it like that. So now again, I'll go into all like this detail in the video. This is just some parts that may be recommended. Now let's maybe cut into two parts because I can only upload 15 minutes of video. But yeah, don't worry about like all of the different numbers and letters. But now on a budget build, like a small one, you probably want to use an AMD. But for this one, I think we can pull off an Intel. So you just click add. Now PC Part Picker is just for it just gives you the parts and then tells you the merchants that you can buy them from. I say merchants because I'm a fantasy RPG fan. So now I will go into this. The K stands for, I don't know what it stands for, but 1 second, my dog's back. Alright, sorry if my dog will bark. He probably will. If he does that, I'll post the video. Now, the K, I don't know what it exactly stands for, but that means it's overclockable. So you can, it's not locked, so you can go into the BIOS and change the clock speed to make it run faster. But without a proper cooling solution, then it will overheat and your computer, correct me if I'm wrong, could possibly like shut down. And if it doesn't do that, the CPU may, if you overclock it too much, it may melt. So you need a good CPU cooler. So let's go into that. Now, I personally like Corsair, but well, for this build, 8 GB is enough for that's CPU cooler. I was thinking of memory. Sorry, I'll go into memory. I like Cooler Master. These products, to be exact. Now, they're pretty good, but I go with the Evo. I just like it. It's a good cooler. I'm getting it with, well, I'm not currently getting it with my build. I'm going to upgrade to this from the one that I am getting with my build. Now, a motherboard. That's a fragile part, and you want to choose the right one. Now, the one that I like, if you want a good size one, I like to go with the ASRock Pro 3 because it's an ATX, which, you know, I like. LGA 1155, so it supports the i3, the i5, and the i7 processor. It can support up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it doesn't have RAID support, but I'm not that big into RAIDs. But it can Crossfire support. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but Crossfire and SLI are basically the same thing, but Crossfire is for AMD, and SLI is for, like, NVIDIA, stuff like that. So you could get like 2 memory video cards with this. I think even more. I'm pretty sure it has 3 PCI 3.0 slots. Let's just check back to that. Well, you could just check. Okay, I'll take a look on Newegg later and tell you if it does. Okay, so the memory. You never want to pay like over $40 for 8 gigabytes of memory, and that's all you need for a gaming build. So, Corsair is what I like, but over here is where it says. See, like, this is not a. It may be less. It's just overpriced. Just leave it at that. Now, here we go. It's a $2 difference. So I would go with the $40 one instead of the $38 one. Just because it's, you know, it could possibly last longer. Now, I personally get all my parts from Newegg, but PC Part Picker is a big help. Your storage. If you want to get some good storage, for an SSD, I recommend Intel 330 and the Samsung 830 series. And for an HDD, I recommend Seagate and Western Digital. Corsair, I'm not big on their storage. So, let's go down to the... First we go with the hard drive, then the SSD. Because hard drives are cheaper. So on a budget build like this, my voice just cracked. On a budget build like this, I would go with an HDD, which stands for hard disk drive. It's mechanical, and the SSD is solid state, so it means it doesn't move, and it's just all electrical. Now Seagate, I go with 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, and these are $10 difference. So I'm probably gonna go with the green, just for the sake of a budget. Now, see, it's only 408, but the video card is where it's at. That's what is most expensive. Yeah, expensive. For video cards, I personally like the Gigabyte manufacturer and the Radeon series. So let's go all the way down. Not all the way, but right here. So, with this, I would say this one would be good. So now it's 708, and I'm not building this with a monitor, a keyboard, or a mouse. Just the plain stuff. I'm gonna try and get through this in one thing. So now you don't need a sound card. That's just for like I think it's overkill to have a sound card because most people use headphones now. Choose a case. Now, I personally like the Antec 1100. That's a full tower. But you could go for like a mid tower, which can cost less. But in this case, this one will be good. So you view that. It can support mini ITX, ATX, micro ATX. So those are the motherboards that it can support. It doesn't come with a power supply. It has. Okay, so this will be good. Optical drive. Now, optical drive you don't necessarily need, but if you watch DVDs, stuff like that, and also it helps while installing Windows. When I get my build and everything, I'll teach you guys how to install Windows on something else probably. Okay, now operating system. That would be Windows on Premium. Sorry guys, that was my dog, and he heard another dog outside and started barking like crazy. So if you're wearing headphones, I'm sorry that he blew your eardrums out. Okay, so we have everything but the power supply, and that's still him. I have a Pomeranian. They are super barkative. Now for this, you want to see what it recommends. It only recommends 399, so a 500 watt 500 watt power supply should be good. Now, if you want to learn more about this, I'll make other videos, but you can also go around forums and stuff and check. Now, this is 500 watts, but it's not modular, so that means all the wires they're all attached inside of it, so you can't like detach any of them from the power supply itself. And modular, see, this is 520 watt and 69, and it is modular, so that means you only need to plug in the things that you need. And there you have it. It's a pretty good build. I'll show you my build in another video. Now, this is a compatibility note. The DF10 doesn't have front USB 3.0 ports, so you can just change the case. But if you don't need them, I wouldn't go with it. So just remove that and add whatever you want. For beginners, I think full tower cases are better because there's more room for all the equipment. So you just add another case. I'm pretty sure this one. See? And it's still in the budget. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And that's it. Dragonite PC signing off.